Hey, here's a quick video update for my Gemling build. Lightning Arrow kept performing very well until tier 10 maps, but at this point it required significantly more investment. Rare bows are incredibly expensive right now, at least comparing to just simple Widowhail setup. You need to spend a lot of divines to just get marginal gains. So I decided to go ahead and buy Hands of Wisdom in action. These gloves are quite expensive, but these gloves allow us add more damage based on our attributes, which on Gemling seems like a fun way to scale damage. Because of these gloves, I could try to do something more serious with Olrovasara. And it's a unique mace that's a very unique name, which I will probably mispronounce many times, but it costs us peanuts. And in this setup, we don't need offhand. It's free, yeah. So for now, at a low investment of 8 to 10 divines, I'm able to do tier 15s effortlessly. And upgraded bosses require a little more damage, but they are really doable because the build is quite tanky. You can expect at this stage about 5k effective 8 helpful, because I'm using Keystone Might over Matter, and the blink skill once you get used to it, it boosts your survivability to drove. Additionally, I'm stacking super gems to get maximum resist from Gemling Ascendancy. In footage with a bridge, I don't have capped cold resist, and I'm running without jewels with mana gain on kill. It's hard to stay at full mana, but if it's still working this scenario against bridge Delirium combo, then I think it should be good godlike once the res and mana gain is fixed. Here you can see my gear that I used for leveling as a Lightning Arrow until level 85. Once I got Hand of Wisdom in action, I started using a lot more decks to become faster at proccing the Lightning Rods with an attack. Additionally, that allowed me to grab Mind over Matter at the top of the passive tree and Lightning Rod, notable passive at the bottom. The setup is almost identical for the unique mace, but it benefits more from intelligence than dexterity. As you can see, the rest of the gear is just life and resist, and mana is a great once you decide to go Might over Matter. However, if you decide to go that route, it's important to get mana gain on kill from gems or mana gain on the quiver if you're still on a bow setup. When buying leveling gear for early maps, don't overpay. These items should be enough while priced at 5 to 10 Exile each at max. You might be lucky and slam additional resistances like I did to my boots, but at this stage it's more than enough. And a quick tip, if you are buying starting gear like this, you might need some compromises. Hybrid bases will require some sacrifices regarding stats, but they will be much cheaper than pure int or dex items. You don't need 100 plus mana along with 100 plus life on every gear at this stage. Prioritize life and resist, or mana and resist if you are forcing Might over Matter early. Once I got all the resist and enough life, I would start saving up for Hand of Wisdom in action, and then swap to Olrovasara unique mace. Let's talk about the gems and passive tree for Molten Blast. For now, I'm keeping it simple. Molten Blast is the best choice for Olrovasara, supported by Scattershot, which can shotgun enemies. Additional support include Merchant Tempo, Lightning Infusion, Primal Armament, and Lightning Pen. This setup is pretty good against plus 3 bosses. The built-in forward momentum is quite helpful while mapping, but can be irritating while fighting with the bosses. Maybe at some point GG will fix the attack without moving option. Because of that movement, the blink serves here another purpose. It helps us to reposition against the enemies. It's supported by Ingenuity, Clarity, and random support that doesn't require additional spirit because of the ascendancy we picked. The second skill is a Herald of Thunder that should help us with survivability by slapping their Narrow Overload plus Electrocute. This is our version of Freeze, which will be very helpful when doing Delirious Breaches. Additionally, we want a Magnified effect. Hammer of Gods is additional burst for bosses, or just to one-tap the SS monster. For now, I'm using it with a second wind, Conk effect, and it's like an orbital precision strike. The third support is a fast forward, because I guess I'm not patient enough. The last 2 arrows that are useful should be Wind Dancer. It's supported by Precision, Calling Strike, and Blind. which sometimes can give you a marginal defensive layer as you get surrounded, which actually happens a lot. When Twin Dancer goes off, you have enough time to recover from stun lock and you can reposition yourself with a blink. Mana Remnants are also very useful, especially during breaches. It's our version of live globes from Blood Mage. However, I struggle to fill it with support gems to get more max resist from this aura. For now, it's supported by Lightning Mastery, and the percentages from curses are very mediocre. I prefer the utility that is provided by Remnants and Winged Dancer. Conductivity is there if you are going to fight tougher bosses that are boosted by Atlas passives. It's supported by Heightened Curse, Persistence, and the third one is just to fill the slot. I haven't played with the totem yet, but it seems clunky to use, same goes for the Infernal Cry. I prefer to keep this as one button build with occasional nuclear option with Hammer of Gods. Also, I don't really feel attached for these additional auras because I'm planning to sacrifice Spirit. In other words, I'll try to build around Warrior Invictus. But I'm waiting with pulling the trigger because I'm waiting what GG will do to Rarity. Live version is much cheaper to mana. Rarity seems like mandatory crap that you need to slap into your character to drop more stuff. The rest of the gems are just a filler because I wanted to play another game within the game, which is a Support Tetris. I believe it's worth it because if you don't have the patience or you're starting to build your library of sixlings, you can just go for the implanted gems. Straightforward passive. Crystalline Potential, however, it's not very useful for us. Other interesting option is Advanced Thaumaturgy. If for some reason you're losing too much mana for attacking, it might be helpful. The most important is Enhanced Effectiveness, because we are getting tons of stats from attributes that boost our sub ability. For the passive tree, I decided to grab as much movement speed as I could. Going down, we can easily grab Lightning Rod, while others have to pay a hefty price for it. Polymath and Jack of all trades are the best there. Flash Storm is nice, you can sacrifice movement speed for it, same goes for Giant Slayer. However, for me, movement speed is far superior stat in PoE2. Dance with the Dead Keystone is another reason what makes this build cheap. You don't need to stress about offhand, but I'll try to explore different item setups. But for now, it's Epic Keystone because we want to stack as much power on our unique mace. Going for these passives, we are getting close to 2 more jewels sockets, which I think, worth at least 5 points if rolled nicely. I tried to play with controlled metamorphosis. That saves me 4 passives if I wanted a Herald Notable and deck stacking. It costed me around 2 divs. In the end, I'm not sure if it's worth it because we're losing jewel socket, but on the other hand, we can put these 4 passives somewhere else. Wildstorm and Pure Power are the most broken passive for us once we start stacking Intelligence. Again, mana is life, so we need to take care of mana regen because Mind over Matter Keystone reduces it greatly. Along the way, in the jewel sockets, I prioritize INT, increased damage and attack speed. Most of these jewels starting to cost at least 1 divine. On a budget, you might find a single stat one with INT. Eldritch Battery might be another boost once I get more energy shield on a gear. I hope you'll find it useful too. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Good luck leveling, see ya!